We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The defense chiefs of the United States and the Philippines have discussed the incident in Ayungin Shoal, where the Chinese Coast Guard used a military-grade laser at a vessel of the Philippine Coast Guard. In a statement, the Pentagon said U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin III and Philippine Defense Officer in Charge Carlito Galvez Jr. opened the topic as they talked about developments in the South China Sea. The United States expressed support for the lawful rights and operations of the Philippines in the South China Sea under the 2016 Arbitral Tribunal. Austin reiterated that an armed attack on the Philippine Armed Forces anywhere in the South China Sea would invoke U.S. commitments to the 1951 U.S.-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty. Proposals to deepen operational cooperation and enhance shared security, including the possible resumption of joint patrols on the South China Sea, were also discussed, as well as opportunities to expand security cooperation with like-minded nations such as Japan that seek to uphold international order in the Indo-Pacific. A suspect in the assassination attempt on Lanao Sur Governor Mamintal Alonto Adyong Jr. was reportedly killed in a police operation. PNP Public Information Office Chief Colonel Redrico Maranan identified the suspect as alias Otin, the son of an alias fighter and among the 5 main suspects in the ambush. Maranan said Otin died during a hot pursuit operation on February 18. Authorities seized from the suspect a Colt MK4 45 caliber pistol loaded with 6 live ammunition. PNP Chief General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. said an investigation is underway to determine the motive for the ambush. Among the angles being investigated is a possible retaliation against the governor's crackdown on marijuana plantations in the province. He said PNP investigators are constantly monitoring and coordinating with the victims and their families to facilitate the filing of criminal complaints. Adyong and one of his staff members were wounded, while 3 of his security personnel were killed in an ambush in Maging Town, Lanao Sur on February 17. Starlink satellite internet service has finally arrived in the country. SpaceX made the statement on Twitter, pointing users to a website that shows the Philippines is nearly completely covered. The website also includes a link that allows users to check the availability of internet services in their area. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. stated in December that his administration is seeking to bring the country's internet connectivity to a level comparable with its Southeast Asian neighbors. He said his administration is exploring the use of fiber optic cable or satellites, such as Starlink, to improve internet connectivity in the country. Starlink is expected to provide fast broadband internet to end customers, especially in rural areas, because it uses satellites in low Earth orbit rather than the conventional and more expensive underground fiber optic lines. Meanwhile, more than 400 people in central Luzon, mostly children, have been infected with hand, foot, and mouth disease. The Department of Health in Central Luzon reported 408 HFMD cases from January 1st to February 4, with Bulacan having the highest incidence at 243. Kathleen Rodriguez, Food and Waterborne Diseases Program Coordinator, warned the public as the viral infectious disease might affect anyone. While there are no medical therapies or vaccines for HFMD, she emphasized the importance of proper personal and environmental hygiene. She also asked the public to avoid exchanging personal belongings in order to prevent the spread of the disease. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Presidential Communications Office and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change.